Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. About my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Yeah. Finally finding peace. Shatter illusions, movement sets me free. Finally I can breathe. Surrender myself and now like taste so sweet. Yeah. Hoping I keep moving in the right direction. Gotta take the yin with the yang, it's all a testing. Open to the notion that everything is a lesson, and that we're always being sent another message. Traveling all terrain to gain perspective. Switch the view that said it's true that I'm defective. Been to hell and back, but I continue to stay reflective and give the wisdom all right back to the collective. Let's go. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. About my style. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Gotta stay in the now. Finally finding me. Third eye opening up so I can see. Finally I can breathe. Loving myself and giving myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. About my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Yeah. Finally finding peace. Shatter illusions, movement sets me free. Finally I can breathe. Surrender myself and now like taste so sweet. Yeah. Hoping I keep moving in the right direction. Gotta take the yin with the yang, it's all a testing. Open to the notion that everything is a lesson, and that we're always being sent another message. Traveling all terrain to gain perspective. Switch the view that said it's true that I'm defective. Been to hell and back, but I continue to stay reflective and give the wisdom all right back to the collective. Let's go. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. About my style. Can't let it keep me down. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Gotta stay in the now.
Good evening, lifers. Good evening, community. I am Ruth, your I got to get that right, your Pro Age Coach, and welcome to 15 to Life, where we learn, grow, and serve for a peaceful life. In these next 15 minutes, I not only prepare you for your upcoming week, but for the rest of your life. Thank you all so much for being on here. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like the page, follow the page, share the stream. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment as well. If this is your first time here, make sure that you put your name in the comment section so that we can welcome you to our community. And you will hear us calling ourselves lifers because we, y'all ladies, y'all know what I want to say, because we are doing life together. So how are you all doing this evening? I see you all on here, Tony, Sandra, Beverly. Hey, Auntie Vivian from Nashville. Let's see. Timlin's on here. Crystal. Thank you all for sharing the stream. Y'all know I like to get at least 10 shares. So thank you all in advance for sharing that stream. So I'm going to get to it because I have a special guest tonight and I want to welcome you all and welcome her to our community. And I know that you all will thoroughly enjoy what she has to say. I know that will bless you. But before I get there, I want to show you. Let me put it side by side here. Let me see. I don't want that one. There you go. All right. 15 to Life, where we learn, grow, and serve for a peaceful life. Y'all know that I'm going to ask you the question that I'm asking you every time for a while till I get tired of asking you. Are you doing what you are purposed and designed by God to do? Are you doing what you are purposed and designed by God to do? If you're not, give me a thumbs down. If you are, give me a thumbs up. If you say you're working on it, give me a little, the lady that's like, I don't know. But by the end of the year, hopefully everybody will be giving a thumbs up and you'll be saying, yes, you are doing what you are purposed and designed to do by God to do. Also, you all know this is the year of you. We're figuring out what our purpose is, figuring out what it is that God wants us to do. We're going to put all the dumb stuff aside. We're going to focus on what God has for us, And I got to ask you the question also. This was your homework. We're supposed to fill in the blanks. I may not come from a blank family, but a blank family will come from me. Now, I don't want you to answer it right now. At the end, I want you to put those in because we're going to read them. So your homework was, I may not come from a whatever kind of family, financially wealthy family. I may not come from a family that, I don't know, that educated family or whatever it is. But I may not come from a functional family, but I tell you what, a functional family is going to come from me. So you got to fill that in. Okay. Now, I want to go ahead and introduce you all to our special guest. And I was talking to her the other day and I was like, I forget how we met. And I believe, and I was right. I was like, I think we met at the Y. And she was like, yes, we met at the Y. We were both there working out. And we just began to talk to each other. And she's just a wonderful, smart, intelligent woman, just beautiful spirit. And what happened was, I think one of the rare times I was on Facebook doing something, and I saw her post, I think where she had started her business. And I was like, she's doing wonderful work. I need to have her on 15 to Life. So I reached out to her and she just agreed to come on. And so I know you all will be blessed by her. And I'm just going to read you a little bit of her bio that she founded Chrysalis Life Coaching. She desires to assist women and youth who want to attain greater fulfillment by reaching their goals and pursue their life's purpose. She holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree from the Spalding University School of Professional Psychology and is a proud Psi Chi Honor Society member. She was awarded the 2022 Mental Health America Kentucky Chapter Scholarship and Spalding University School of Professional Psychology Sister Agnes Lucille Rayleigh Distinguished Undergraduate Award. She is passionate about mental health awareness and underserved, marginalized, and minority communities. I know she is the wife, she has a husband, and she has a wonderful son. And so I am just honored to bring to you today Mrs. Tera Houston. Tera, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Hi, everyone.
Yes. So y'all give her some claps and welcome her to the Lifer community. And Tara, we call ourselves Lifers because we say we are doing life together. And just reading your bio, I tell you, it just falls right into when I say that we're learning, growing, and serving, because that is exactly what you are doing. So it's so beautiful. And yeah, thank you all for welcoming her to the community. So Tara, I want to let my first question is, because you were a when we were talking, you were a homemaker.
hmm
Um, and so talk to me about why you made that decision to be a homemaker, and then what made you decide to move out of from being a homemaker and stay-at-home mom. And you said you also homeschooled your son for a while. So
hmm
what made you make that transition? So what made you decide to be a homemaker for a while, and then what made you decide to transition out of that?
Okay. So going back, my son he'll be 18. So I have primarily been a homemaker since the time he was born.
Wow.
So long story short, there was always a longing in my heart for something more. So I knew that, intellectually, society says that you have to have some sort of validation, basically outside the home, to have some sort of worth, whether that's pursuing a career or whatever it is. And so I was on that path, but I was always unfulfilled. And one day on my lunch break, I was taking a walk in the park, and I saw a lady who was with her child. She was pushing her child in a stroller, and just instantly, it was like my heart just was like, that's what I want to do. Um, and I didn't have a child at the time. And matter of fact, the doctor said I probably couldn't have children at the time. Um, so that's a whole nother story. But so yes, but I still had faith that that was what I was going to do one day. And praise God, that's what I was blessed to do.
So beautiful. So you were a stay-at-home mom for how many years?
18.
18 years.
I still am,
Y'all
really. I mean,
yes,
because
yes.
yeah, because technically I came home while I was pregnant. So because I was on bed rest. So I came home before he was even born. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So you have started your business while
hmm
you were at home. Okay. So what
hmm
made you and we had talked a little bit about how you was doing some you wasn't like just sitting at home eating
Right.
bonbons all day
Right.
long. I mean,
Not at all.
you know what I'm saying? You were still working. So talk a little bit
Mhm.
about some of those things that you did while you were at home.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad you explained the difference, because I always tell people, they say, "Do you work?" I say, "Yes." I wasn't employed, but I worked. So I did a lot of things. And sometimes, like I was explaining to you before, they seem like they didn't connect, but they did. And I see how God was establishing like a pattern, work ethic, teaching me skills throughout all the little things that, well, what I thought were little things. So when I was home with my son, um, I started a jewelry business. I was a manager for a direct sales jewelry company at the time. And then from that, I launched into a sole proprietorship, starting my own jewelry business, where I did jewelry parties and things like that. And again, learning skills that I didn't realize I was going to need later. Um, I also, for a small, short time, I was a substitute teacher for JCPS. But for about 8 years, and still, I mentored children on a voluntary basis for JCPS as well. I was a chaplain at Shawnee High School for the girls cheerleaders. And that was through called Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I've done a lot of things. Also, a lot of volunteer work in the community. I sat on different community boards and things like that. And again, that was all just gaining skills. But I think the turn came when I went back to school. So I originally started U of L in 1996. So it took me like 26 years to get my bachelor's degree. And I ended up leaving U of L and going to Spalding. And that's when I graduated with my psychology degree last year. But I didn't know that's what I wanted to do, psychology, until I started mentoring those children in JCPS. So that's why I said God has used it all, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I love, honestly, about your story, Tara, is that so often I think we as women, we're so afraid to step out. And like you said,
Mhm.
you were doing a lot of different things that
Mhm.
some people were like, oh, they weren't connected, but they were
Mhm.
all connected. But every step that you took, jury
Mhm.
business, all of that led you to where you are now. And so if we don't even take that first step, then we don't know what we're eventually missing out on. And so
Yeah,
that's why I encourage women to step out and do those things, even if it seems like it doesn't make any sense,
exactly.
to go ahead and do those things because you don't know where that's going to lead you.
Mhm.
So if you hadn't stepped out on all of those many different things that you did, like you said, then it would not have led you to where you are now, or even given you that confidence. Because sometimes we just need that confidence to
Yeah.
say, you know what, I think I can do that thing. And it may not make sense to people, and it doesn't have to make sense to
Mhm.
people as long as it makes sense to you,
Mhm.
right? So that
Yeah.
is so beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
and then so your LLC, Chrysalis, and I am saying that
Mhm.
right, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Mhm.
can you explain to our community a little
Mhm.
bit about where the name Chrysalis came from? I love that.
Yes, I can. Um, Chrysalis is the process. It's a transformation process that the caterpillar goes through to become a butterfly. And so I feel like my whole life was pretty much a part of that process. Yeah, of getting my wings pretty much.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that's where the name comes from. From it's transformation. It's a transformation process.
beautiful. And so then your website is
It is mychrysalislife.com. Mhm.
mychrysalislife.com. And she coaches women. She also coaches young people, right? Is it primarily young girls or
I have I
males as
have
well?
written I was blessed to write curriculum and create a program for boys and girls. And so my husband is working with me on the male part of the program. He's an IT professional, so he's working with me on that side of it to work with young males in IT. And we also have a real estate business too that's called 633 Enterprises, where we work in the community as well, trying to provide affordable homes for people primarily in the West End and Shively. So that's another facet of our business. But yes, but I primarily work directly with the women and with young girls, me personally.
Beautiful, beautiful. I tell you, I am so honored that you were just on here and it's already like 6:13. So it's crazy. Time just flies by. But I just want to say I'm just glad to know you and to see what you're doing now and the impact that you're having. I mean, you didn't even tell half of the things that you were telling me when we were talking about being in the schools and working with the students in the schools and all those things that you're doing for our youth. And it's so important. And I believe in my heart that at some point some young person maybe 5-10 years down the road is going to see you and be like, Miss Tara, because that's probably what they call you, Miss Tara. Miss Tara, you changed my life. And I just believe that's going to happen
Mhm.
because you the heart that you have for this. Does any lifers on here have any questions for Tara and what she is doing? Now, she will be back again next week. So if you have a question that we cannot get to today, just put it in the comment section early on next week so I can see that question and I will ask her. I don't see anything just yet, but yeah, you're getting a lot of beautiful, wonderful comments, and it's just awesome. So, if there was one thing that you would like to say to the women on here about following their heart,
Yeah.
what would you
Okay.
say?
I'm trying to make this one thing real quick. First of all, God has put me, I see a pattern of unconventional places, things that the world didn't validate or say was the right way to do it. But that's the path He had me on. And so don't be afraid of unconventional places. And also, I want to share this quote real quick. The CC Winans, I heard her say in an interview recently, and it was about purpose. She says, once you find and discover your life's purpose, if you do anything else, like you are living beneath your means pretty much. So
That
and I
is
thought
true.
that was so true. It's a step down
Yes.
if you do anything outside of your life's purpose.
Mhm.
So yes, I
And
just
then
encourage you to do that.
and then don't what do you say? Unconventional? Say that again.
Unconventional places, pretty much don't despise unconventional places. God's going to
Okay.
cause us sometimes, a lot of times, to do things that are contrary to the world because remember, we're the called out ones. We live differently anyway.
Mhm.
And so our life and our purpose is not going to always look good or look like the right path to other people. But you have
Mhm.
an audience of one. And so, if you know the guy has put that on your heart, you can't worry about what other people say, you know.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, ladies, lifers, y'all heard it straight from her mouth. Do not despise unconventional places. Ooh, that's a word right there. That's a word. I needed that myself. Yes, do not despise unconventional places. And don't worry about what other people may say. Like, girl, why are you doing that? Or that doesn't make any sense. And ooh, you going there? Yeah, I am. And it's so true that once you discover your purpose, anything less that you do, anything that you do that's outside of that, it's cheapening you, it's less than
Mhm,
your God-given purpose. And you're living beneath, y'all
mhm,
hear that all if y'all from church, yeah, they tell y'all all the time, don't live beneath, your privilege. Well, you're living beneath your privilege when you're doing anything that's outside of your purpose. And that's beautiful. Well, Tera, thank you so much for being on today. Ladies, don't forget. Yeah, they said that's a word. Don't forget, she back next week. So if you have any questions that you might want to ask her, and again, you can find her at mychrysalislife.com.
mhm. Yeah,
Mychrysalislife.com. That's where you can find her. And what about where are you on
I'm on
Facebook?
Facebook too. Yeah, on Facebook it's just Chrysalis Life Coaching. Um,
Okay.
on Facebook.
Okay. All right. And are you on Twitter?
I'm not on Twitter, not yet.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm not on
Well,
Twitter.
Twitter is changing anyway. So
Yeah,
Instagram, are you on
I gotta
Instagram?
update that. So I'm mostly
Okay.
a Facebooker.
Okay, Facebook. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Well, as long as they can find you there.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah. You can reach
Beautiful.
me there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, everybody else, y'all stay on. You all say give your clap your hands for Miss Tera.
Mhm.
And Tera, I'm gonna click you up and I'm gonna keep my lifers on here and I will see you back
Okay. Thank
next
you all.
week.
I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Thank
Okay. Bye bye.
you. Bye-bye. All right, she was so good. I loved her. So sweet. So, so sweet. So, so sweet. And again, it was just one of those random things at the Y, it was just somebody that kind of looked like me. So we just kind of like, hey, kind of latched on to each other. So thank you all for clapping your hands for her. And ladies, do not forget, I want to tell you, don't forget Mother's Day is coming. The weather's changing. You want to put your phone up to that QR code, and that'll take you right to EstherRuthSkincare.com so that you can, get your skin all beautiful. Y'all know I'm getting ready to be 60. Y'all. Okay, I ain't got too many. All right. And EstherRuthSkincare.com. And then don't forget, we got Easter coming up. You want to give a gift of God's word, right? Faith pillowcase, healing pillowcase. There it is right there. We just got those back in. We were sold out. And then we also have our peace and rest pillowcase. So you want to get that as well for that person that give them that gift for Easter or for Mother's Day. All right, ladies, that is it. Always remember, I love you. And I do. When I say that, y'all know that comes from my heart. I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. But most importantly, I believe in your action. Oh, thank you for Michael Travis does those reels. But I believe in your action. So y'all got to get out there and do it. And as Tera said, do not live beneath your purpose. Don't despise unconventional places. Seek them out. Because see, that's where people ain't going. Y'all need to go to the unconventional places, right? Beautiful. Don't forget your homework again. Or let me see what she say. Sandra, I may not come from an educated and wealthy family, but an educated and wealthy family will come from me. I love it. Anybody else? I'll do one more before we get off here. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to put it in there if you got one. If not, put it in for next week because I'm going to ask that question again. Don't forget, if you got any questions for Miss Tera for next week, let me know. Put it in. So here we go. Crystal's got one. I may not come from a family of consistent churchgoers, but a consistent churchgoer family will come from me. Come on. Yes. All right. That is it. I love you all. I will see you. Let me see. I got to get where I'm supposed to be first before I try to. All right. I love you all so much. I will see you next week. Y'all have a peaceful week. Do not forget your homework and start working toward it. Action. I love you so much. I love you to life. Bye-bye.
Finally finding me. Third eye opening up so I can see. Finally I can breathe. Loving myself and giving myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. About my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Yeah. Finally finding peace. Shattered illusions, movement sets me free. Finally I can be. Surrender myself and now like taste so sweet. Hoping I keep moving in the right direction.